The next big thing is AI. So if anyone wants to get into AI, what do you think other opportunities they can get into?
Currently, for leveraging AI, the businesses have to get their thoughts and acts right.
AI का फ्यूचर कैसा होगा? अभी AI का ये स्टेज है कि people are worried about their jobs and everything. आगे जाके क्या होगा?
So rather than shying away from AI, they should often go and ask, right? How do you make use of AI to benefit my business?
How AI is changing the marketing, because there is a lot of buzz about AI and people are confused.
So automation is always a sweet candy made to divert your effort from the core problems.
Yeah. Let's say for high ticket products, more than 10-15,000, what do you think is the right channel of marketing for them?
There are specific words which people use when they are ready to buy. Those words are called the keywords with commercial intent.
You said कि businesses को ऐसे लोग की ज़रूरत पड़ेगी who know to use AI. So 18-19-year-old watching this podcast, what skills do they need to learn at the moment? Hi Manas, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, Ganesh. How are you?
I'm doing great as well. So Manas, can you start with a short introduction about yourself and how did you get started?
Okay. By education, I'm a engineer.
Yeah.
I've graduated in 2008 from NIT Jalandhar, and for 5 years I was in my job. I was working with a company called Baker Hughes, and since 2013 I'm in business. So I've ventured into social impact sector for 5 years. Then I've worked in digital wellness, both B2B and B2C, for another 4 or 5 years. And since last 3 years, I'm with Airways.
Yeah. Can you tell us more about the company you're working for right now?
Right now, yes. So in Airways, we are a artificial intelligence-based marketing technology platform, and we help businesses generate high-quality leads by doing 100% automation of Google Ads. So we help them doing inbound targeting, and in inbound targeting as well, intent-based targeting more, so that they attract the right people in the first place, which can boost their sales conversion and reduce the load of their sales team.
That's great, man. And I would like to go deep into this, but we'll start with how AI is changing the marketing, because there is a lot of buzz about AI and people are confused. So can you tell us a bit about how AI is changing the field of marketing?
Yes. This field is evolving very, very rapidly. And so I would like you to see this field from a couple of perspectives.
Yeah.
From a perspective of a business owner and from the perspective of a marketeer. If you see it from the perspective of a business owner and see there are so many tools which are coming for marketing and everything, it is really very, very scary.
Yeah.
Because then you think that how much should I know and learn, right? And which tools should I use for my business growth? So here what I generally tell business owners is that it is not your job to work on tools.
Okay.
It is not your job to identify the tools as well. You ask your marketeer, you ask your agency that what kind of tools are you going to use for me that will benefit my business. Okay. So rather than shying away from AI, they should often go and ask, right? How do you make use of AI to benefit my business?
Yeah, but when we tell our employees to use AI, they are like afraid. Let's take an example of employee or a business. Let's say I run a marketing agency. When a person asks me, how do you edit your videos? If I tell them I use AI, they are like, ये तो जल्दी हो जाएगा, इसके लिए हम लोग इतने पैसे क्यों दे, पहले हम लोग जितना दे रहे थे. And people are also skeptical about it. I also tell my clients we are not using AI, and employees are also like कि हम लोग ज़्यादा AI use नहीं करते, because उनको डर लग रहा है कि if we start using AI, AI will one day surpass us. So how do we go about that?
Right. So with usher of AI, one of the fundamental things is going to change is that people are going to stop value about how much hours they work and how they get paid for their hourly efforts. It is going to shift about what value they get, they create, whether that is in 5 minutes or it is in 5 hours or whether it is in 5 days. So people will have to evolve. That thinking will evolve. Obviously, it's a very early stage of AI, so that's why this kind of fear is normal and common, but this will happen.
Yeah, so you are trying to say in today's time also most of the companies perceive value as time, how much person is putting the work into it, and they're paid accordingly. Now moving forward, people will see the value, not time. That's what you're trying to say?
Yeah, because now there will be there will be AI agents, there will be so many things that will help them. So using all those things, what value do you create for your company?
Yeah.
So if I have to hire anyone, I'll see that understanding there are tools. If you are not using it, then you're already dragging my company 10 years back, right? But all my competitors is going to use it.
So as we discussed about AI in marketing, how do you think the current businesses can leverage AI to scale their business?
currently, for leveraging AI, the businesses have to get their thoughts and acts right. Right. So when people want to have business growth, they should first understand where the growth is going to come from.
Right.
What kind of growth they are talking about. Right. Who is their target audience? On what channels they are most prevalent.
Right.
I'm talking about the paying audience. Once they figure this out, that yes, this is going to be my right channel. Let me give you an example. If I'm a manufacturer of shirts,
Yeah.
okay, people are like, this is an impulse buy based on the look and feel of it, based on my need of that hour, based on other factors. I would make a decision of buying a shirt.
Right.
Now to buy a shirt or to target me, there are multiple apps, right? So if I have to buy a shirt, I may go to Amazon, I may go
Right.
to Myntra, I may go to other apps. If you're trying to catch me on, let's say, YouTube ads, if you're going to try to catch me on Google ads, this is not right channel. So when people don't understand their target audience well, and they try to find them on the wrong channel, this is where they say that, oh, this channel is we are not getting business, or this is the wrong channel. The channel is not wrong.
Yeah.
You have not understood your TG well.
Okay.
That's why you're finding them on a different place.
Yeah.
So first of all, once the businesses get this act together, understand who are their who their customers are, and then tap them on the right channel. Now on that channel, there will be multiple tools.
Okay.
So let's say if I'm to strategic sales, let's say my company is a manufacturer of solar plants, 1 megawatt and above I set up. I cannot do reels,
Right.
right? I cannot do any other channel. I have to reach out. So I have to attend seminars. I have to go for exhibitions. I have to do email campaigns. Now, speaking specifically to digital marketing, if I'm not so if I have to write emails, if I'm not making the use of right tools to write those emails, then I'm in lag.
Yeah.
If I'm not creating this high value contents, which I can send across over email, if I'm not using AI to create those contents, then I'll lag.
Yeah.
So once I understand the channel, then I can tap it much better.
Yeah. So how do you understand that channels? Like right now you told that many people don't understand their ICP, their target audience. So let's say I am a t-shirt brand. My price point is 10 to 15,000. So how do I find my ideal ICP and where should I target them?
Now that's again interesting. When you go to t-shirt brand,
Yeah.
so what kind of t-shirts are you making also makes sense.
Yeah. Let's say polo t-shirts.
Polo t-shirts. Then if that is in a fashion category,
Yeah.
right, then you have to find the right channels.
Okay.
If you are into athletic wear,
Yeah.
people can still search you. So people can still go and find you on Google,
Yeah.
because they know that those kind of niche products are not available on Myntra.
Right.
That is more related to the fashion, more of that lifestyle products. These are athletic products. So going to that level of detail and thinking ourselves as our customer. That if I have to myself buy this brand, what would I? If I have to buy this product or commodity, what would I do?
Yeah. So you're trying to say we have to understand the customer, the price point, and we have to see where that person will go to buy that and then reverse engineer that and do it accordingly, right?
Correct. So this is one of the things that we have seen many a times, that when we interact with businesses, they do marketing just because they should be doing it.
Right.
So we do social media, we do email, we do this and we do that. But they don't realize that those are not the right channels.
Right. Let's say for high ticket products, more than 10, 15,000, what do you think is the right channel of marketing for them?
Excellent question. Many a times when we interact with these customers again, they try to focus on all the channels.
Right.
So now if someone has a ticket size of 10,000, 15,000 or more than that, there will be two categories. One is B2B or one is B2C. So business to consumer
B2C.
is B2C and business to business are B2B. Business to consumer means if someone is selling lifts, elevators,
Right.
that is a B2C product. If someone is selling automobiles, that is a B2C product. B2B wise, if I tell you someone is selling digital lockers, that is a B2B product.
Right.
If someone is sending industrial printers or lathe machines, those are B2B products. Now, when it comes to high value offer of, let's say, B2C, okay, let's first see the B2C side. When it comes to high value ticket size purchase decisions, people always do research,
Yeah.
right? So let's say if I have to buy a lift for my home, I would not wait for an email to come to me.
Right.
Right? I will not keep on scrolling on Instagram to find that, oh, one day some good lift will show to me,
Right.
and then I will think, oh yeah, I need to buy that. Right? I would not certainly go out and look for some hoardings. When a high ticket size buying process, it gets initiated, people go and research about it. There is one place, predominant place people where they go nowadays, that is Google. So people go to Google to make searches.
Right.
Here you can find those people. Now, when you're trying to find people on this place, again, based on the choice of the words that they type in their search query, how to select right elevator for my home.
Right.
It's still at top of the funnel.
Right.
These are the kind of searches people are using for their research.
Yeah, they are not high intended buyers, they're just doing the research.
High intent, and you can clearly tell, right, that this person is not going to buy.
Right.
The person is still searching. How to select the right elevator for my home?
Right.
What are the benefits of pitless lift? If someone searches like this, it means that the person is still in research mode. So today the person is not going to pay. There are specific words which people use when they are ready to buy. Those words are called the keywords with commercial intent.
Okay.
So in that channel also, you should have the ability to figure out what a person with a buying intent will do and a person with research intent will do.
Yeah.
So for B2C, it is really, really very, very important, because the wrong targeting can get you haywire. Similarly for B2B, if a procurement manager is there, so think of a life of a procurement manager. Okay?
Right.
What happens? The procurement manager is sitting in the office and there is a bill of material. Usko BOM bolte hain. So they get an email like this that, hey, XYZ, we need to procure these kind of materials for our company. Find vendors for that.
Right.
Good chances they would have the existing vendor, but still they get a request, find new vendors for that. Maybe sometimes for better quotations or price point, negotiations and everything. When this person gets this kind of request, a typical, and we have sat next to those people and we have seen their act. They open their this desktop. They don't get laptops.
Right.
Procurement managers, so they open their desktop. They open Google Chrome. They go to Google. They search.
Right.
Suppliers for lathe machine. If they are looking pan-India, they're in India. If they want very, very specific, let's say Mumbai, they would start lathe machine manufacturers in Mumbai. They do like this. Then another thing what happens is that the moment they get list of companies, right? They get a lot of URLs. They see India Mart, they see Just Dial, they see so many things. Here the psychology of the customer plays a big role.
Right.
They know that if they are putting their numbers on some aggregators platform, they are going to get huge number of calls.
Right.
And their entire day is screwed.
Right.
Right. So what they do is that they go specific company wise. So again, what choice of word you have used to craft those ads, what kind of emotion it generates in that person's mind when they see the ad, all of those plays a huge role.
Yeah.
If wrong people click, you get wrong person.
Yeah.
If only the right person, when the right person clicks on your ad, only then you start getting right rate.
Yeah, otherwise there won't be any conversion. Now we covered a lot of things.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about how can a business owner learn about this and how can he figure out all of this? Like we gone a lot of in-depth. So now let's tell them how they can learn and implement these things.
When you have to execute, Google ads, let's say. So when you have to execute any of the ads, for example, on any of the platforms, there are multiple stages and multiple resources that gets involved, right? So in all the ads, you would have a content writer.
Right.
You may have someone who can who has to design something, either a landing page designing or your social media post that you are designing. Then you have to involve a strategist.
Yeah.
Who would think that what kind of TG is there, what kind of target, age group we should target, economy we should target, region, and there are so many other parameters given on all the marketing platforms.
Right.
So you need a strategist, you need a person who understands the platform, you need a content writer, you need a landing page or designer, and then you need a manager who keeps on analyzing.
Yeah, because it is all about trial and error.
Correct. Exactly. So you need these 4-5 people every time when you execute ads.
Yes.
Now, the challenge for business owners is that, first of all, hiring itself is a challenge. So you will not get all these people very readily available. even if you get all these people,
The cost is very high.
the cost is high, and how do you assess them?
Yeah.
So if you hire me as, let's say, a web designer, like who can design your landing page, how would you know that what quality I can provide?
Right. If I don't know web designing, I can't
Yes,
assess that.
exactly. So this is the channel all the business owners face. Just to avoid this problem, what do? They say, okay, let's go to a agency. Let's hand it over to agency. So it is as good as like, I'll not shoot myself. You come and shoot me.
Right.
Because again, so no hard feelings about agency. I'm talking about from the perspective of business owner right now.
No, but why you're saying that? Because agencies have their expertise, right? They hire best people.
How do you assess them? My question is not that they will not have expertise.
Okay.
As a business owner, if I hand over my business marketing to you,
Yeah.
how do I assess
Okay.
who is going to work on my project, how much experience they have got, would they do justice to all the process and everything? There is a challenge, right?
Yeah.
You have to go by their word that yes, we'll take care of everything for your business. But what's the assurance?
Right.
So business owners have to think, be rational about it. They have to understand that yes, these are the challenges that I'm going to face, which is the lesser of the two evil. What all paths should I trade? Most of the business owners and small business owners, then they start thinking that let's do one thing, let me learn all the tools and do it by myself.
Right.
That is the suicidal part, right? You are now focusing away from your business on operations, which you should not be doing. So as a business owner, as I've said, you go hire people or agency and ask them,
Okay.
how are you going to make use of AI to ensure that right outcome is going to be generated or done for my business? And how do I assess that this is going to be right outcome?
Okay. And how do we find these people? Because AI and everything is rapidly changing. In every 2 or 3 days, there is a new tool or there is any advancement. So how do we find these people and how do we train them? Because we don't know about it.
Correct. That is another challenge.
Yeah.
So that's why now there are companies which are working to create end-to-end models.
Okay.
So this is where one of the area where our company is also working, right? To create that end-to-end executions, because that takes that worry out of business owner's mind. That takes worry out of every marketer's mind. That yes, if I'm giving these couple of 4 or 5 inputs, if my entire thing is getting automated, and I'm getting a visibility into what kind of outcomes that that machine is going to generate for me, then that is going to be a great solution for me.
Right.
So slowly, right now there will be too many tools, fragmented tools, which are coming, which are not integrated with each other. They are not sharing any intelligence with each other. Soon, because of the confusion that gets created, people will start plugging them and creating end-to-end systems.
How are you trying to solve that problem?
So we are trying to solve this problem by not just a problem of automation, but we are also trying to solve the problem of actual business growth for people.
Okay.
So as I've said, that any business which has a high ticket size or a B2B business, okay, so B2C business or B2B business having high ticket sizes, their people inadvertently go to Google to find them.
Right.
Right? So hence, as a thought process, we have thought that if some business has to get growth, they have to get customers from there. And then working backwards, what it takes to automate Google Ads. So first of all, how Google Ads are executed, what are the nitty-gritties of it, what are the do's and don'ts, standard practices mentioned by Google, by the experts, learning this, understanding how the algorithm works. We have worked it backwards and created an entire system.
Okay. And how is that different from agencies? As you said, a person, if he himself doesn't know about that,
Right.
how we can use your platform to drive better results?
So, very right question. Because we are a platform.
Yeah.
First, the fundamental difference is it's a platform, so it's not an agency, right? How agencies can benefit this is that whenever they get any projects, whenever the customers, right, rather than going through the grueling process of finding the keywords, writing the ad copies, creating the landing pages, executing something, getting into trial and error mode with the customer,
Right.
getting bashed from the customer, right? That, oh, outcome acha nahi aaya hai,
Right.
we need to work it again. Rather than doing all these things, they can use this platform, right? So right now, this is offered as a managed services.
Yeah.
So they can use this platform and get their deliverables done and execute it for their customers.
Yeah. But if it is so easy to do that, like previously Facebook ads भी थोड़ा hard था उसको Facebook ads run करना, but अभी now it is lot of easy to run a Facebook ad. तो अभी थोड़ी देर टाइम पहले लोग बोल रहे थे कि जो भी फेसबुक एड एक्सपर्ट है वो लोग रिप्लेस हो जाएंगे. सो आर यू ट्राइंग टू से कि आपकी कंपनी जो भी लोग गूगल एड्स रन कर रहे हैं उनको रिप्लेस करने की कोशिश कर रही है?
Automation is a, what do we say, it's a sweet toffee that platforms gives you while they snatch you from your freedom.
Right.
So जैसे business में बोलते हैं, right, that salary is a what do you say, a tool
Yeah.
which business owners will give you so that you don't pursue your own aspirations.
Right.
इससे काम करना चाहिए, right? So same way automation is like that. When Facebook or even Instagram or going forward, if Google brings it, it will not allow you any control.
Right.
It will say, give me your website, let's say. Okay. So there is a, so they will say that, give me something, couple of inputs. I'll create everything and execute it for you. You don't get a say into that. Now it is doing that for all your competitors, everyone. What would you do without a control?
Right. Got it.
So automation is always a sweet candy, made to divert your effort from the core problems.
Yeah. क्योंकि जब भी फेसबुक एड्स का भी ये हुआ था ना, टारगेटिंग मुश्किल हो गया. नाउ फॉर फेसबुक एड्स टू फाइंड राइट टारगेटिंग इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट. सो यू नीड अ पर्सन हु हैज टू हेल्प यू विद दैट.
Correct.
Running ads is easy, but finding the target is difficult.
So agency, maybe when this platform comes, any kind of AI system or any kind of AI tool will not replace a human. It will replace the people when they don't use it.
Right.
So it will be replaced by a person who is using it.
Okay.
It will not happen that till now we needed a person who sits in this chair on its desk, and henceforth this desk will be empty. This desk will be empty only for this person. Another person who knows how to operate the system, how to make use of AI tools, the person will still sit there.
Yeah. So now for the 18, 19-year-olds watching this podcast who are uncertain about their career, उनको आप कौन से स्किल सीखने के लिए बोलोगे? You said कि businesses को ऐसे लोगों की ज़रूरत पड़ेगी who know to use AI. So 18, 19-year-old watching this podcast, what skills do they need to learn at the moment?
I think critical thinking, problem solving, and business skills.
Yeah.
Because
can you go deep? What is critical thinking?
So I'll go first with the problem solving. So identifying a large problem and then breaking it down to smaller chunks so that you can solve the problem.
Right.
Is going to be a key skill, because as multiple tools keeps on coming, as you have rightly said earlier, that there are so many tools, there many more would come. How much more can you learn?
Yeah.
Right? Your brain gets fried when you try to do everything, anything and everything. So to ensure that that is not happening, a stage will come, people will say that, oh, this is enough, I'm not going to learn any more tools. Right? So if you completely depend on the tools, thinking that you don't need real life skills will be a challenge. Whenever people have ability to identify a problem through critical thinking, that, oh, this is a challenge. So if as a business owner come to you, so, and I tell you that my business is not running well, can you help me?
Yeah.
And rather than critically thinking what actually my challenge is, right? My product is bad. The way I'm positioning it in the front of people is bad. The people to whom I'm reaching down is bad. Or the people who are taking it to the people are bad, right? What exactly is going bad? If you don't critically challenge every step and then see, and then break down that problem in small statements, then you cannot help me.
Yeah.
Now with this kind of skill set, you can use any tool.
Yeah.
Because once you identify the problem, having the right person is a challenge in that company. Let's assume that I have poor salespeople who are taking it to market. Once I critical thinking, I find out that yes, this is a challenge. I can find out, is there any AI tool for hiring?
Right.
I can use it. Is there any AI tool that can help me in interviewing a lot of resume that I'm getting? Then I can use it, right?
Yeah, and how can people learn these skills like critical thinking and problem solving? 18, 19-year-olds have no clue about it.
So there are structured ways of learning this. And I'm not the right person to talk elaborately about how to learn those skills.
Yeah.
But there are multiple courses that that teaches this critical thinking and problem solving skills.
Yeah, but I think the careers will be a lot of different moving forward, because in how the Indian people have mindset is like एक डिग्री कर ली 20-25 साल एक ही करियर होगा. बट आई थिंक कि मूविंग फॉरवर्ड हर 5 या 6 साल में आपका करियर बदलेगा. आपको नई नई चीज़ें सीखना पड़ेगा एंड थिंग्स विल चेंज वेरी फास्ट एंड यू हैव टू बी मोर अडेप्टिव टू दैट.
वेरी ट्रू. बट ये पूरी चेंज में जो चेंज हो रहा है, इफ यू सी एट थिंग्स एट द फंडामेंटल लेवल, इफ यू वांट टू डू जॉब or you want to do business.
Yeah.
Ultimately, even if you are doing job, you are working for some business. Unless you are working for government.
Yeah.
Obviously, right? So you are working for business or you are directly doing business. Objective of business is always to go and sell something to someone.
Right.
Right? So if you have critical thinking, problem solving, you can find that business more customers. You will always be in demand.
Yeah.
To grow the business internally also, if you have good ideas, you need to sell their ideas to your peers, to your management, to your juniors for implementation, right? So if people have these skills of having the business sense, having problem solving skills, having critical thinking, how to sell your ideas to other people, no matter what technologies are there, you will have those communications either with the outside world or with the internal stakeholders. Whenever those kind of communications are there, anyone who is good in this will always thrive.